aka Slow Daddy-O. I'm 1/3 of Glue, Geeks Like Us, and it's been a while, but I'm going to do what I call an unboxening today. It's a fancy way to say unboxing, as my other alter ego, Kollector the Hoardarian. You can see some of that business in the background, figures and collectibles, books and what have you. That's just kind of how I've been most of my life. I think my love of collecting started with a neighbor that lived across the street from me, James, who had quite a collection, and I just kind of was filled with envy anytime like I went over and I saw all of his comic books and figures, Star Wars figures and whatnot. So, and he actually kickstarted, my love by, giving me things. He was a bit older. He just, kind of gifted me like collectible, like trading cards and things like that. Still got a ton, which I might feature someday. A ton of like those old school like movie trading cards. I've got everything from like the Goonies, Empire Strikes Back, original Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, Tron, Dark Crystal. I mean, bunch of stuff from the 80s. That's another, interest of mine. Another passion is the 80s. Just very nostalgic. It was a kid during the most awesome decade ever, in my opinion. So anyway, today I've got several things here. Here, I can just kind of move this a little bit. You can see that stash right there that I'm going to go through. As I've explained before, let me get my tripod right here. As I've explained before, it's really hard, to sit on a stash like this, but I do it just because I think it's fun. The whole idea of a blind unboxing, some of these things I have a pretty good idea of what's inside, but some I've kind of forgotten, and it's sort of like Christmas morning or, whatever, gift opening holiday you might celebrate, a birthday, so it's just something kind of fun to do, and I felt or feel compelled to do something like that. Just current times are a little stressful, a lot going on. So, this is just like a little slight diversion, something to kind of fuel my passion, what's always been there. So without any further ado, let me get into the first thing. I'm going to start small and maybe go into some of the bigger stuff. So I think I have a pretty good idea of what this guy is here. Let me start with this one. I'm almost positive I know what this guy is. Slick Deals is a great site. So, hey, what's up, Scamming? So, on Slick Deals, I find out about a lot of deals. This was one of them. I just picked up a little Marvel classic. For anybody that knows me, as far as my professional identity, I'm known as the Hulk at work, so that's my superhero alter ego. Het thin. So yeah, this I wasn't a huge fan of the Hulk movie, but I am the Hulk, and this one's actually not bad. This is the Edward Norton one. So comes with a digital copy, and I collect movies digitally. Another thing that I collect, so just in case. But so yeah, got the Hulk. And I know a lot of that stuff's going to be showing up on Disney Plus at some point anyway, but, it's just good to have a backup. What if I kind of I won't get tired of Disney Plus. Who am I talking about? Can't wait for Mandalorian Season 2, that's for darn sure. All right, so this one I have a pretty good idea of what it is, but let's see for sure. Oh, not what I was expecting at all. Okay, so this was, or is, a documentary called The Rise of the Synths. Now, I mentioned I'm a fan of the 80s, all that, synth-heavy kind of music. Yeah. So, I love synthwave music. It's kind of continues the spirit of 80s music. Anyways, this gets into the history. It's got John Carpenter, who not only is known for being a kick-ass director, Halloween, The Thing, Escape from New York, Big Trouble in Little China, one of my all-time favorites, But he actually composed a lot of the music for his films, most likely to save money, but he's actually a very talented guy, and he's held up as like sort of a standard for synth scores for films. But really excited to have this. Can't wait to check it out. I had contributed to, it was either like an Indiegogo or Kickstarter or something some time ago. I mean, it's been years in the making. So to get this finally is really cool. I actually thought it was something else. So that was a nice surprise. All right. This guy, I know what this one is. Very excited about this one to crack it open and play. So check this out. So, okay, the TurboGrafx Mini. I had this console back in the day. I got duped by the marketing, you know. It just, this was around the time, it preceded the Genesis, the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. First 16-bit console on the scene. But it's kind of misleading, you know, to call it 16-bit, because as I understand it, I think it's two 8-bit processors working together. So, you know, not truly 16-bit. I'm no tech nerd or anything, but that's what I had heard some time ago. But anyways, I actually ended up loving the system. I ended up getting the CD-ROM add-on that allowed you to play some really cool games that were like just amazing at the time. To have like orchestral, I can't even say that word, orchestral scores in a video game was like mind-blowing. Even like some rudimentary animation, so you had some really cool like cutscenes and stuff like that. It was a dynamite system. It wasn't really supported too well, and then just kind of fell to the 16-bit wars, which was, as you know, just mostly between the Genesis and Super Nintendo. But this Mini, when I saw that it was coming out, I had to get it. I love that not only does it feature, you know, as you can see, like some of the premier, like, you know, console exclusive games for the system, but it's got the PC Engine as well. The PC Engine was the Japanese equivalent. And from what I understand, from what I've read about the PC Engine games, the Japanese games, they're not, there's no translation. But that's what you got Google Translate for. Snatcher is on there for anybody that knows Kojima from the Metal Gear Solid games. That was one of his first efforts. I believe sort of a mystery adventure kind of game, a text adventure, but with, you know, story boarding or graphics or whatever. So it's supposedly like a good soundtrack and whatnot too. But very, very stoked about this. There's a lot of nostalgia in this package, and I'm all about nostalgia, hence Retronathan and my, you know, quest to play like retro themed kind of games, as well as like originally classic games. So let me get into some of these bigger packages here. Have a pretty good idea about this guy. And I may be doubling up here, so this was around the time, if this is what I think it is, let's find out. This is around the time when the series in question was quite popular, and yes, it is. So The Mandalorian, I knew that the toys were hard to find, so whenever I found them, you know, I jumped on it, and, you know, in case an order was canceled or whatever. So this particular one I got from Target, but it's Baby Yoda, aka the child. So this one like animates and stuff. I don't know, I might do another video where I open it up and you know, just kind of feature that. But so adorbs, so cute. Got the Target branding in his face, but all right, so let me open the one from Walmart, which I think is the same thing. So it'll be a little anticlimactic without having said that. So let me go ahead and see. Yeah, well, you know, I am kind of following my general rule of collecting, and that is one, you know, basically to one to display or play with, one to collect, and one just in case. So in this case, I'm just going by the rule of 2. But like I said, I didn't know if my order was going to go through or not. So this one actually isn't suffocating, so you can see it a little bit more clearly. Can't wait to play with this little guy. Just warms my heart. Okay, so what else we got here? I'm going to save this one for last because I honestly do not know what it is. Okay, so this one is from Shout Factory. Anybody that doesn't know them, they are purveyors of just kind of old school, hard to find, like fun stuff on like DVD, Blu-ray, re-releases, a lot of cool horror stuff, fandoms like Power Rangers and stuff like that. But recently, so they had so I'm a big fan of Mystery Science Theater 3000, and so they had a sale on their website that was like half off. So I kind of went to town a little bit on that. So let's see what I got. I can't quite remember. And I'm going to make sure that I go through some of the packaging because I don't want to miss anything. So, well, this is still in some additional packaging. You unwrap this here. Oh, I got you can't see it right now. I got a poster up of this one that I got from Comic-Con. Manos, The Hands of Fate, is known as being one of the best that MST3K riffed. It's just a notoriously terrible film that's made so much more enjoyable with all of the commentary. Then I picked up this one, the singles collection. So I think it's got a lot of like sort of one-offs. It's sort of like a rarities, B-sides, you know, that a musical artist would put out. Let's see here. Oh, this is a big guy right here. Got an MST3K blanket. So, let me see where I got a little zipper here. Get this guy out. All right, so pretty soft. That's good. So it has some functionality as well as being like totally cool. But you can see the iconic, you know, moon with the title, and then you scroll down a bit and you've got your riffers. There you go. So that's pretty cool. It being summer now, it won't get into too much use, but there's always next year. So let's see. This is, oh, I think I know what this is. This was is part of that package. So yeah, this is something you wear on your feet, and it's not shoes. It's socks. So you got the Tom Servo and Crow T robot socks. You can't really see them, the design, but they're pretty freaking cool. Let's see what this guy is. I think I got a T-shirt, but I'm not altogether too sure. Let's have a look. See here. All right. Using my hand power there, didn't want to slice and dice my shirt. So yeah, little MST 3000. I don't remember actually ordering this. I could be wrong, but yeah, maybe I did. Sometimes you know, they'll throw in a little incentive, you know, if you've yes, MST, that's right, man. So yeah, I actually saw them live when I was at Comic-Con, and that was quite the experience. And then they did the traveling show, and I saw that out here in Charlotte, and just a fun time. I just love it. Went with my father-in-law, and he loves it too. So that was something nice that we could share in together. Oh, I'm gonna save this one for last. It's kind of big and heavy, and I don't have any idea what it is. Okay, so this is a special one. This is Limited Run Games, and I'm always singing their praises because they're just a really awesome company that keeps you know, physical media alive with video games. I mean, I've been with the video game industry since day one, you know, essentially with you know, Atari 2600 with its wood grain finish and television and you know, just all the consoles through the generations, and it's been neat seeing the industry grow, and you know, but it's been also very cool to see it turn into a collector's industry as well. You know, whether it's the systems and or the games. I'm not so. I can't, like, I know there's some people that are like, yes, I gotta own the system and every game ever made for it. That's not me, but I do hold on to some choice games. Anyways, as far as limited run is concerned, they put out some kick-ass collector's editions, and this is no exception. So this game here, Blasphemous, I've been itching to play it. From what I understand, it's sort of a Metroidvania. I mean, I love the art style. It's got sort of a creepy bent to it, you know, sort of like Castlevania, but a little bit more mature, you know, with gore and everything. So, yeah, I mean, it's rated M for mature. So, definitely looking forward to cracking this one open. Might do that in a different video. It's totally cool, man. I don't even remember. I wish they featured, like, what is included in the box, but I'm definitely going to crack this thing open, maybe in a different video, just to kind of go through it. So, last, but hopefully not least, I got this big old boy here. I don't know what's in this box. So, it's going to be a surprise. Alright. Actually, I probably should use... Let me use the tool for this. Got some pretty aggressive tape situation here. First time you're hearing of Blasphemous. Oh, they got it on the Switch. I think all platforms. So if you're a Metroidvania fan, definitely check it out. It looks super cool. So... Oh, yes. Alright, so I forgot about it. I'm terrible. I guess I'm doing a bit of retail therapy here, you know. I've been kind of, well, I guess it looks like a lot when you order things over months and then you don't open them, but so anyways, this was I'd heard about these books a while ago. The Electric State, as I understand it, so Simon Stalenhag, I think is how you pronounce it, would basically take realistic photos and then superimpose, like, sort of future war kind of imagery, giant robots, like as if we've been conquered by, you know, an alien race or something. And when I saw the artwork, I just fell in love with it. I could maybe show you, let's see if I can, it's like story time here, show you a bit of the, I mean, look at that, like weird sort of water towers, and I believe I don't know if this is the same person that had a video game that was sort of inspired by his images that takes place in the 80s or something. I could be wrong, but I bought two, and this one here, Tales from the Loop. I think this might have been the original. So it has a little thing on here that says now an Amazon original series. So I'm going to have to check that out, Tales from the Loop. I don't know if it's live action or what, but I mean, I just love the imagery, you know. It's beautiful, it's haunting, it's, you know, it's very cool. It's like cool concept art for, you know, like a kick-ass sci-fi film. Anyways, I believe that's all the loot I have to go through for today. I appreciate you guys, you know, stopping by and popping in so I could share my loot with you. Like I said, I'll probably go through some of this other unopened stuff, maybe play with Baby Yoda, go through a Blasphemous, not literally, but, you know, the game unboxing, just to kind of see the contents in there. And, yeah, collectors unite. All right, you guys take care. And I'll figure out how to end this.